Hello, today I'm sharing products I'm loving so much I can't seem to stop using them, and when I do use them, I'm continually wowed by them. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm excited to share these products with you. Many are new releases, so let's go ahead and get into these products that I've been loving so much and think you will too. I have several makeup products, some skincare, and a body product to share with you today, so a nice variety. I'm going to start with the skincare product that I first heard about on the YouTube channel Doctorly. I enjoy their content, and as someone who is into peptides as part of a mature skincare routine, I was really interested and intrigued by what they had to say about the Dipology Matrixyl 3000 Collagen Boosting Serum. So clinical studies have shown that Matrixyl 3000 in general increases collagen production, which improves skin elasticity and firmness. It also increases skin thickness and decreases wrinkles. So as our skin starts to mature and lose those things that were once naturally occurring so abundantly, it can help with that in a big way. So I'm excited to partner today with Dipology to talk about their Matrixyl 3000 serum in particular, why I like it, and how I'm using it. I'm very particular with the texture of my facial serums, no matter what type of serum it is. It needs to feel hydrating and lightweight and work well with other products. So that is the first positive about this. What you'll notice though is that it does appear thicker in the bottle. You can see these bubbles through the glass. I'm holding it up against a light source so you can see them a little bit better. And as I turn the bottle, it does have a thicker consistency. And you can see when I squeeze it onto the back of my hand, it looks like it's going to be thick and kind of gelatinous because the shape somewhat remains. It doesn't dribble down the hand like it's a watery consistency. Yet the second you start to blend it out with your fingers, it turns into this watery consistency that blends into my skin so nicely and sinks in and absorbs beautifully, yet hydrates at the same time. And it feels incredibly lightweight. So there is a 5% concentration of Matrixyl 3000 in here, along with hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and aloe. And just like I mentioned earlier, its purpose is to increase collagen production in order to improve skin elasticity and firmness, to address anti-aging concerns through reducing fine lines and wrinkles, to improve overall skin texture, and to help you maintain an overall youthful glow. And I definitely see that. I saw that almost immediately. It's also supposed to improve hydration by enhancing your skin's moisture levels. It's also supposed to be gentle on sensitive skin so that you experience less skin irritation and redness overall. I have sensitive skin and rosacea, and my skin has been doing phenomenally well with this serum. That is a concern that I have with new skin products in general, is if they're going to make my skin react or my rosacea flare, and that has not been an issue here. And because Matrixyl 3000 and peptides in general play really well with other types of actives and skincare ingredients, Dipology Matrixyl 3000 is extremely easy to incorporate into your existing skincare routine, both morning and night. You would just cleanse and tone if you tone as usual, and then apply your Matrixyl 3000 serum, allow it to dry, which really doesn't take any time at all, and then follow with whatever you were already doing, whether it was some kind of a treatment like a retinol or an acid, vitamin C, or another type of serum, or your moisturizer or sunscreen, whatever you were already doing. It's a skincare step that I enjoy, actually. I love the way it makes my skin feel lightweight yet hydrated. It works well for my sensitive skin and never feels heavy. I've seen it recommended on other doctor channels on TikTok and here on YouTube, and I'm excited that I finally tried it because it's something that I've really been liking. Now, because I am all about the under eye area, it's an area I really struggle. I really wanted to also try the Peptide Complex Wrinkle Defense eye cream from Dipology. This is supposed to help deep wrinkles around the eyes. It's got argireline, peptides, and EGF, and it's supposed to give comprehensive anti-aging benefits and penetrate deeply into your skin to promote a more youthful, radiant under eye area. And I'm all about that. It also works very synergistically with the Matrixyl 3000 serum. The texture of the eye cream is very light and bouncy, kind of whipped, and it not only targets wrinkles, but it helps stimulate cell growth growth and replenish moisture to create a smoother, firmer appearance. It's particularly great for those of you with dehydrated, aging under eyes and for those of you concerned with crow's feet. This is a newer product for me, so time will tell with the long-term results, but I have seen that deep moisture, nourishment, and smoothing from it. It wears well under my makeup or at night, so that's just another side product if you want to check out something else from Depology. But as our skin starts to mature, it does take a little bit more to keep it in tip-top condition, and these are two products that I've really been enjoying. I'm spoiling my upcoming concealer roundup. I don't care. I can't wait to talk about this concealer any longer. I think it's so fantastic for anyone of any age with any skin type. I almost did a dedicated review, but I decided I would put it in this video instead. This is the Tower 28 Swipe All Over Hydrating Serum Concealer. I feel like we've heard a lot of hype about some other concealers lately, but not so much about this one, and I don't understand why, especially for those of you with dry under eyes like I have. So this is $22. I'm in shade 4 DTLA, which is described as light with medium cool undertones. It's vegan and cruelty-free, and it's made to be very hydrating and smoothing, weightless, easy to blend, and skin-like. So it looks natural and also to be used on your face as well as your under eye area. There are some good ingredients in here. Hyaluronic acid, which helps everything look supple and smooth. Lysine, which supports collagen production and repairs and prevents dryness. There's also a tree extract, Centella asiatica is what it looks like, leaf extract, which is supposed to soothe and calm sensitive skin. I had a very irritated under eye over here for several days, and this was the one concealer that I could tolerate. It just seemed like everything else was very irritating, even more so to my under eye area, and also made everything look really dry and patchy, but not this one. It's fragrance free, it's alcohol free, and they specifically designed it for sensitive skin, which is really nice. Now, what I've been finding lately is that a lot of concealers are claiming they're medium to full coverage when they're basically medium at best, but this claims it's medium coverage, and I feel like it's more on the medium to full side, especially if you put a corrector underneath, and it always looks natural. I think if you are not prone to creasing under your eyes, it would be pretty self-setting for you. But even though I'm someone that has to set my under eye area, it still looks really flattering. You'll see a more in-depth review in my upcoming concealer roundup with more video clips, but I just wanted to go ahead and share with you that I've been really loving this for my dry under eyes with fine lines and texture, and I'd love to know if any of you have tried this yet and what your thoughts are, if you've been as impressed with it as I have. But if you haven't tried it, I definitely think it's worth grabbing. I review foundations and concealers and other face products regularly here on my channel because as we get older and our skin starts to mature, it just gets harder and harder to find satisfactory face products that apply and blend out well and look really good and wear well throughout the day. So even though I give you my full negative and positive thoughts on those products right up front in those videos, when one stands out to me enough that I just keep reaching for it over and over and over, I need to let you know that too, and this is one of those products. This is the Fenty Eavesdrop Blur and Smooth Tint Stick Foundation. Now, I loved this, surprisingly so, in that video. I'm going to be a little bit more brief here because I do have an entire review with video clips already that you can go check out after this video. I'll have it linked in my description box and in my top pinned comment, as well as up in a card, so you can go check that out and see more detailed thoughts on this and other recent foundations. Now, as someone who has not typically done well with a lot of stick foundations, I don't really have high hopes for them. I wasn't expecting to like this at all. I find sometimes when I go to blend them out, they'll show texture or they'll look beautiful, but then they just don't wear well throughout the day. They usually look really great around the perimeter of my face, which is normal and can be dry, but in the center part where I get some shine and oil breakthrough, they either get really shiny or they just start to wear away and break down. This glides on my skin like butter and blends out beautifully. Now, it does look kind of yellow upon application. I was a little nervous about that. The shade that I have have is 7, but the shades are pretty forgiving. So I find it works really, really well for my light, medium, neutral leaning warm skin tone once it's blended out. It blends out so beautifully and seamlessly, no matter what method I use, a brush or a sponge. I don't typically use my fingers with stick foundations because it takes too long, but that's a personal preference. The finish of this is just so beautiful and natural. And after I set it with a powder, it turns into more of a demi-matte finish. It evens my skin tone nicely, it blurs, it smooths, all while just looking so incredibly natural. And unlike many other stick foundations, this wears beautifully for me throughout the day. Even when I do get some shine breakthrough in my shine prone areas, it's not oily or greasy looking. It's just a natural shine that touches up easily. I can blot it, use some touch up powder, and I'm good to go. And the coverage doesn't break up or wear away. I was so pleasantly surprised by this, and this has become a foundation that lives in my vanity that I reach for regularly because it's so quick and easy to just glide it on and blend it out to even out my skin quickly and go about the rest of my makeup and move on with my day. It's easy and quick. I'm all about easy and quick. If you haven't tried this, you may want to just give it a go. I really think it could work across all skin types for an easy, quick, natural, everyday foundation, or even a travel foundation if you're wanting something like this to, not be a liquid that you can travel with. I've been meaning to share this with you for the longest time. I have no idea why I haven't, but here we are. Now, this is something I was very, very skeptical of for some very specific reasons, but clearly it's in this video for a reason. I love it, and I didn't think I would, and I do have a code for you, and that's another thing that's really important with this type of product in particular. So this is the higher dose infrared sauna blanket. I hate being hot and stifled. Sauna rooms are basically my version of hell. I have had times in my life where I have been extremely fit, extremely in shape, and even during those times when I would work out, it would never be under extreme hot conditions. I had friends that did hot yoga, and I was like, nope, no thank you, I'm out, no hot yoga for me. Even at gyms, the sauna room was just a big hard pass for me. But Higher Dose asked if I wanted to try this, and I was like, I guess so, sure. Yeah. And it actually sat in the box for a long time because I think I was kind of scared of it. So one day I decided to pull it out and try it, and I was actually pleasantly surprised at how much I liked it. I didn't feel stifled like I thought I would. I think it's because my face and my neck are out of it. I don't know. All I know is that I can tolerate this, and I love the way I feel after I use it. And I mean, even if you are someone that likes a sauna, most of us don't have room for or can't afford to build out our own saunas in our homes. So this is pretty much the next best option. I do love how they configured their blanket. They put a lot of thought into it. So I'll have something here on the screen that shows you the different layers and the benefits that are intended from each layer. So basically with a sauna room, you get full spectrum, whereas with the blanket, you get far infrared rays that help deliver a deep detoxifying sweat to allow your body to push out those environmental toxins. And it increases your heart rate to the pace of a light jog and leaves you with healthy, soft, glowing skin. It's also very easy to store. I store mine under my bed, and very quick and easy to use. You just turn it on, set your temperature, and preheat it for 10 minutes. And I think I have a video of me from a while back when I first got this that I'll put here. If I don't, I'll put clips from their website. But you basically want to have some kind of layer between you and the blanket, whether you are fully clothed in some kind of light layers or you use their optional towel layer, because the blanket itself can get very, very hot. When I first started, I just went in completely fully clothed from neck to toe, basically, but I did actually get the optional towel layer later. That way I could just slip in shorts or whatever I was wearing. So you just slip inside the blanket and zip it up and enjoy your 30 to 45 minute session. I like to just completely zone out and use that time to just be in the present, because that's a really hard thing for me to do these days. So I take that time and get some added benefits while I'm doing it. So this is an item I did not in a million years think I would enjoy and come to rely on the way I have, but I absolutely love it. And they've been kind enough to provide me with a code stephbmarie15 where you can save 15% off site-wide. I think that's really important, especially for a product like this. So I hope that helps answer some of your questions if you were curious about this like I was. This is another product. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, but I ended up loving it and I keep reaching for it on a daily basis. This is the Merit Solo Shadow. The shade I have on my eyes today is Vachetta. It's all I have on my eyes. I applied it with their little dual-ended brush here, which I love because you can use the big side for the shadow and then the small side to line with if you want to. So what I love about this, and I think this is also why I've seen some mixed reviews about this, is that it is a very sheer type of product that kind of evens out any imperfections that you have on your lids. I've briefly mentioned these in another video that I recently did, but they apply very quickly, so you do want to work one eye at a time and either apply with your finger or the brush and blend it out before moving to the other eye. So while anybody can not like or like a product, I think there are a couple of things going on when people maybe don't really like this. So you saw me swipe this on the back of my hand, what, a minute ago? And it is set down. I am rubbing very hard. It's not going anywhere. If I apply this with my finger to my lid and I don't wipe that finger off very, very quickly, I need to get a makeup remover or a makeup wipe. It will not come off with soap and water. It will stay on my finger. It's still on the back of my finger right now just from doing that. I'll have to remove this with a makeup wipe. I've tried to remove swatches of these from the back of my hand before under a sink with soap and water. They won't come off. So that's the first thing. I think they set very quickly. So if you go in to blend them out and don't work fast enough, they're gonna get patchy. But if you know that going in, you can just apply them very quickly and blend them out and you're done. I also think they're meant to be sheer. If you don't like a sheer kind of no makeup product, this is probably not going to be the product for you. Now on a daily basis, I really like a good one and done eyeshadow look that I can swipe on quickly and go. This really fits that bill nicely, and it has kind of a bronzer look that sets in place and doesn't budge. Now, I will say if it's been humid outside or if you have very oily lids, even though it's a very sheer thin formula, you may experience some creasing. That's happened to me on very hot, humid days. To prevent that from happening, I just set this down with whatever translucent powder I'm setting my face down with. It doesn't change the appearance of it at all, and it also helps keep my mascara from smudging on my brow bone. So I get two benefits in one. But I love that this natural sheer wash of color evens out my imperfections without looking too made up in the process. The other night we went to a party and I did this same exact look and applied a shimmer over the inner corner of my eye, lined my eyes, and that was it. I was done. I basically used this as the base for my eye look, and it was just super easy. This is another great product for me from Merit that I keep reaching for, and the brush is a little bonus. I really, really like this little brush too. Not just for using Merit shadows either. I think it's a great multi-purpose brush for everyday or for travel. I've been a blush girl long before the blush trend started. I mean, is it a trend? I don't know. I just feel like everybody's all about blush these days, but it's kind of always been my thing. I don't know. I've always really liked it. So Persona dropped a new shade in their Dream Stick blush line. I want to say it was at the tail end of August, and I, of course, fell in love with it. These are some of my favorite stick blush formulas and bronzers. Now, this shade is called Guava, and it's described as a warm desert coral. So I think it was kind of made for late summer, but I think it goes into fall so beautifully. I mean, doesn't that have a terracotta vibe to it too that I think could work for fall? So yes, late summer, but we're going into fall and I foresee myself wearing this with a lot of fall looks. I think we've established that this eye shade is not going anywhere, so we're just leaving it there. And I'm going to kind of blend this out just a little bit because obviously when we wear the blush, it's going to be blended out more. But I mean, it's got just enough of that terracotta tone to it to where I think it would work just really, really beautifully in fall. Now this is what I have on today, but I feel like it's darker in here, so my lights are pumped up a little more, so I look a little washed out today. But it does go with everything, and if I can insert some clips from when I applied it earlier and touched up with it, I will. But this formula, if you've never tried Persona Dream Sticks, they glide on beautifully. If you like to apply sticks straight to your face, this is not a formula you'll have an issue with. or if you like to do like I do and apply them to the back of your hand and then dip your fingers, a brush, or a sponge in and then apply it to your face. They apply beautifully that way too, and they wear so perfectly all day long, and they just give a natural finish. So this is a product I've been reaching for since I got it, and one I foresee wearing well into the fall. This is not the first Kaja product that I feel kind of silly for liking as much as I do. I think it's the packaging, but let's talk about it. So this is a pretty new release from Kaja. This is the Juicy Glass Lip Oil. And I almost didn't even try them because of the packaging. So in the lid, there's this little iridescent heart bead. I didn't even notice it was in the shape of a heart until yesterday. I just thought it was a little round bead, but it shakes. And I don't know, I guess a lot of Kaja's packaging is just kind of cutesy. It's just their thing, but I've tried some really great products from them, so I try to keep an open mind. So what I've had on my lips during this video are various shades of these. They have 4 shades. We have Plum Paloma, Rose Hip Spritz, Raspberry Refresher, and Grape Glow Teeny. These are lip oils inspired by fruits that are supposed to hydrate and plump your lips. They're not sticky at all and give just a sheer wash of color, which you'll probably be able to see right now. They have vitamin T fruit oil that nourishes and moisturizes while helping your lips feel soft and supple. And I do notice that light, fresh fruit scent, very subtle, that each of them have. I also love the fat, comfortable doe foot applicator. They're just very comfortable to apply. And you can see that sheer veil of color and the high shine finish that they leave. My lips always feel comfortable and nourished and smooth when I wear these. I don't know if I think they're fun to apply, what it is about these, why I keep reaching for them. They're easy. I wear them over lip liner, I wear them alone, but they keep finding their way onto my lips. They're not sticky at all. They are just so comfortable and kind of velvety feeling. When they say that they're plumping, there's a little bit of that plumping feeling to them, but it's not a stinging or anything like that at all. It's very subtle, kind of in the background. I almost feel like they're plumping in that they do smooth and give you a shine finish. But I love the way they make my lips feel. And so I keep a shade handy in various locations in my house. I throw it in my purse. I don't know. I've really grown to love these. Kind of an atypical product for me, but there's something about them. Sometimes that happens. I recently shared some of my favorite recent Amazon finds. You can find those here if you want to check those out. I hope you found this interesting and enjoyable. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.